For anyone using DaVinci Resolve who's comfortable in the edit page, but every time you open up Fusion, you get totally lost and the nodes make no sense whatsoever, today I'm going to give you 5 tips that hopefully makes Fusion far less confusing. Tip number 1, merges are layers. Now I've got 2 timelines going on that are exactly identical with the same piece of footage in it, and this one's open in the edit page. If I wanted to add in some text on top of this, I would go up to the effects tab, I would go down to titles, and I would go down to text plus, left click, and drag it down into a track on top of my other track. That now gives me titles, and if I have that selected, in the upper right, I have the ability to change that text. I can change the font, I can change the size, I can use the settings to change the position of it and where it is on screen, but the text is on top because the layer is on track 2 above track 1. If I were to open the same piece of footage in Fusion, grab the text node and brought it down into the node graph region, nothing happens. It doesn't know what layer it's supposed to be. So you have to add a merge node which decides which layer is on top of the other one. And the easiest way to do that is grab the node that has a layer that you want to be on top of the previous layer, left click and hold on the output and connect it to the output of the previous layer, and it'll add that merge node in with your text on top or in the foreground, see the input, of the other layer which is connected to the merge in the background. Now you're not seeing any text, but if I click on it and go to the upper right, I have all those same options to create text, to change the font. I can change the size. I can click right on screen here and I can move that around, put it wherever I want. And now the merge allows me to layer anything on top of the previous layer. Tip number 2, in Fusion, if you bring something down into the node graph region, it doesn't necessarily show up in your preview window. That depends on this little handle underneath every one of these nodes that has 2 dots in it. Those 2 little dots are actually for the split screen preview mode. Now you can click on them. If I click on the left one, it'll turn white. It'll put that footage up in the left-hand side. If I click on the right one, it'll put it up in the right. You can also use keyboard shortcuts to put it up in one or the other. But what you see up in the preview depends on what you have selected and which side you decided to put it up into. But when you're using a single preview mode, if you click right here, that switches between 1 and 2. I tend to use 1 most of the time. Hitting 2 on your keyboard is going to be your default single preview window mode. Media out will always show you everything that you've got connected, so always make sure you have the thing you want to be looking at in the preview window. Tip number 3, the edit page is always whichever layer is on top is more forward or visible than the tracks behind or below it. On the Fusion page, it works left to right. So this very first layer, let's hit 2, is the dude with his cool suit. The next layer right here, merged in, is text. And if I select merge and hit 2, you'll now see that that's on top of the one behind it to the left. If I wanted to add another layer on top of all of these, it would need to go to the right of them. So if I have this other piece of footage where this guy is passing by the girl and I want it on top of everything, I would have to make sure it's to the right of everything else that I've already added to the Fusion composition. Left click hold on the output, connect it to the merge output of the top track or farthest to the right, and now with the total output selected by hitting 2, you'll see that this layer is now on top of everything and you can't see anything else. Which brings us to tip number 4. On the edit page, when you select the layer, you have all these transform options either in the upper right or also on screen. So you can just select the text and move it around, or select the bottom layer and move it around. But in Fusion, any layer that you have added through a merge node, like the last layer we just put in, the merge itself controls the transform options for that layer. So if I select this last merge node and I go up and I move the size slider down, you'll see that top layer gets smaller and gets bigger. And I can use the center X, center Y to move it up and down, and even click right in the middle and use the on-screen options to move it anywhere I'd like. This is true with any layer that has a merge node connected. Here's the text, there's the merge node. I can do the same thing and move the text layer around. But when it comes to your base layer, your very first layer, it doesn't have a merge node, so to move that around, you would need to make transform options available for this node. And the simple way to do that is select it, go right here, and click on Transform. Now with that selected, you have transform options that allow you to move that bottom layer around and even click on screen and do the same. Tip number 5, when you're on the edit page and you want to add an effect to something that's in your timeline, you would go up to the Effects tab, and let's say you were looking for a blur. You would grab that blur and drag it down onto the thing you want blurred. If you want the text blurred, put it on the text. If you wanted this second layer right here blurred, you would drag a blur down onto that layer. And if you wanted the bottom layer blurred, you would grab a blur and drag it onto the bottom layer. But in Fusion, you have to add your effect in line after that clip, but before the merge. Otherwise, it'll affect everything before it. For instance, if I wanted to blur the bottom layer, I would need to put the blur right here before the other layers. Here's a blur node. Let me left click, hold shift, drag it down, holding shift will drop it in between and connect it. Release. So with blur selected, let's increase the size of the blur and the background gets blurry, but everything else stays the same. If I wanted to blur the text node, I would have to put it after the text, but before the merge. So if I hold shift and move that blur up to here until it connects, look for the line to change colors and drop it. Now the text is completely blurred out. Very hard to see right there. If I wanted just the businessman and woman in the upper right to be blurred, I would move that between that footage, but before the merge. Hold shift, left click, hold and drag, bring it over till the colors show up on the line, release, and now that footage is blurred. If I wanted to blur everything right here, I would put the blur after that merge and it would blur anything before it. Putting it at the very end blurs every single thing. Putting it between these two merges would blur everything to the left, but nothing to the right. Move that over. Now that top footage, which is after it left to right, is still clear, but the text and the base layer are both blurred together. Remember, layers work left to right and merges are layers. Now you might be thinking, why would I take all the time to do something in Fusion that seems more complicated than doing it on the edit page? Well, the examples I'm giving here are pretty simple, but when you get into the more complicated things that the edit page can't do, all these same rules still apply, but now you're going to have a lot more functionality. Let me show you. Let's say I had a piece of footage right here of the Earth and I wanted to create an alien invasion effect. I could right click on this, open it up in Fusion. Now I want to add another layer of spaceships on top of that, and I have one right here. I bring it down, I add it as another layer by adding a merge node. Left click and hold on the output, connect it to the output of the layer you want it to be layered over, and there's my merge. But this one has green screen. I need to chroma key that green out, something I can't do easily on the edit page. Well, if I want to do something to just that piece of footage, remember, any effects or anything we add happen after the clip, but before the merge. So with this one clip selected, I'm going to hit Shift Spacebar and open up my Tools menu, and I'm going to type in Delta Keyer, and that's going to give me this Delta Keyer that's great for removing green screens. And with the Delta Keyer selected, go up to the background color, left click and hold, you got to hold on that eyedropper, bring it over to the color you want removed, and boom, it puts those spaceships right on top of my other footage, and now I can create a very cool alien invasion scene. All of the footage I used in this tutorial was provided by today's sponsor, Storyblocks. Storyblocks is an online asset house where you can get things like high quality video assets or images, music, sound effects, templates that you can use right inside of DaVinci Resolve, overlays, and more. Now, I've been using Storyblocks long before they were ever a sponsor. I've been paying for them for years because I find what they provide very valuable for video editors like me. I like them because they have one predictable price that allows you to download as many things from their website as you need for your projects. There are no limits whatsoever. And speaking of money, Storyblocks is offering 15% off any annual plan for a very limited time. If you're interested in checking out Storyblocks, I'll leave this link down below where you can go check them out today. Now, if you want to learn more about how to edit videos with any part of DaVinci Resolve, click on the videos that I've got on screen now. And if you have any questions about any of this, hit me up in the comments section below and I'll do my very best to answer. Peace.